What's up, YouTube? Today you're going to help me pick, or I'm going to pick with you. I don't know, but we need to sort out which starter Pokemon I'm going to pick in Sword and Shield. I should preface this video by just saying it's Pokemon Shield, okay? I pre-ordered Pokemon Shield, so it's not Sword and Shield. I'm just saying that for clarification. Uh, we don't even know what the final evolutions of these look like, but that has never swayed me. Of the original 3 starter Pokemon, you will notice on that side lies Bulbasaur, the greatest Pokemon of all time. He's not 001 by accident, okay? And yet his final evolution, while awesome, I could argue that Charizard and Blastoise look equally, if not sometimes, more cool. And then, of course, I won't even get into how awesome Litten's final form is or how amazing Mudkip is at literally every stage of his life. But before we even think about that, we're going to be with this first evolution for a little bit as well. So let's talk about them. So we are going to start with Scorbunny. Now, I'm going to be using pretty much all of Game Freak's videos that they did with Game Informer, because I love this design team, guys. I love every damn thing that they think about and that they talk about when designing these Pokemon. You know what gets me really excited for this is any fan of Pokemon that looks at this design team and doesn't think that these guys are putting everything they can into this game. You crazy. You flat out crazy. Okay? So let's talk about Scorbunny here. I don't know. You know, I love Litten. I like the energetic, playful, bunny aspect of him. And this would, I will say, by the way, if I were to pick Scorbunny, this would only mark, wait for it, the second time in Pokemon franchise that I thought a fire starter was the way to go. Litten's the only other time. But I really like the design of this bunny. And I honestly have the bunny. I'm just going to preface this is a little bit of a preamble to the other two. But I'm going to say that I feel like Scorbunny is the one out of these 3 that I'm not worried about his evolutions. I feel like they're going to look cool regardless. I'll talk about that when we get to the other 2. But even the leaks, I really like Scorbunny. And there's a part in this video here too where they're talking about how they design each Pokemon, how they simplify these so you could almost pick them out of a silhouette lineup. And I love this design philosophy. And of course that shot where all 3 starters stand next to each other and Scorbunny has his little bunny paws on his hips. There's something about this bunny that just is drawing me in. And I think another part of it, though, to really sell me on Scorbunny, I'm going to have to see the other fire Pokemon in the game. Because if we have a Growlithe, then I know that I have a fire Pokemon that I'm going to adore one way or the other. And if we have, I'm sure we'll have Eevees, so if I can at least get Flareon, you know we're about to get it poppin'. So while I like Scorbunny, I will say it's weird. I'm going to wrap up this Scorbunny part by saying that while he's the one I'm most confident in his evolutionary forms, he is the one I am least confident on picking. And it's because fire is terrible. Next, we're going to get into my main man, Grookey. Now, of course, you guys already heard my massive bias towards Bulbasaur. So talking about Grookey, first off, the dude's a monkey, okay? I love in the entrance video where he smacks things with the stick and grass grows back. I love that. Here's where I'm going to say I get a little bit worried. The leaked stuff that has been like dripping out for a while and being talked about, I really have zero desire to have a giant monkey with drums. If that's what his final evolution is, that's going to be such a kick in the crotch to me. I'm not a big monkey guy to begin with. I dig this little chimp, but if he turns into a giant gorilla with drums, like one of the leaks suggests, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't have a giant ape beating drums. That's just not my main. I don't like it. The other thing that strikes me, and they bring it up in this interview, is that this isn't the first chimp we've had. I didn't like the last one, and that makes me that makes me leery to pick this one. I'll say I have not been this leery over a grass Pokemon since Chikorita. Yeah, that's right there. That's what you get. They have made me so leery about picking a grass Pokemon because these leaks have proven so damn accurate that I'm a little scared. My heart wants Grookey, but I'm a little scared. So, and the other thing is they say this is for people who are bright or jovial or like to party. That's not me. I am a serious and I don't know. I don't know. There's stuff I don't like about Grookey that just turn me off a little. So we've went through fire, we've went through grass. Let's of course hit up the saddest lizard you've ever seen, Sobble. So when they get into the video, they talk about Sobble being for people who like kind and gentle Pokemon. And the thing that really gets me about Sobble is it's not like Mudkip, right? He's a chameleon. Yeah, it says lizard on there. Chameleons are a type of lizard. I'm just saying, like, it says lizard, but he looks like a chameleon. Now, if the leaks are right, again, I'm going to get leery because in no way do I want a chameleon 007, essentially. That sounds stupid. And if that's the final design, I'm going to be really cheesed off. But this is where I get into the real struggle I have, because I think in their first form, Sobble is the one that I actually might resonate with the most. Not because he's depressing or anything. I just really like... First off, I love lizards. That's why I like Bulbasaur, right? I really dig lizards from a design standpoint. I love that they're using a chameleon. I love his little hands are like a chameleon as well. And they bring up in here how unique he is compared to all other starter Pokemon for every generation. And I don't know, that really speaks to me as well. I think that a lot more consideration went into Sobble at this point than the other two in their starter forms. But I'm not 100% sold because, like I said, the leaks don't sell me on it. Now, these are leaks. Leaks are leaks. I understand that. But so far, so many of these leaks have proven true. It'd be weird to just dismiss them. And if we're talking about the leaks and where that leads all of these three, I'm thinking that in final form, Scorbunny will be the best looking of the three. And that is really depressing for me. Not because, I'm not going to like the game, but because at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily a fire guy. Like, I took Litten because, yes, Litten was awesome, but he was the only awesome starter in that generation. I don't like the other two. So, in this generation, looking at these three and evaluating them, my heart wants to pick Grookey because I am a grass guy up and down. And I don't like plant Pokemon. So, if you're not going to have the starter grass, you usually end up with, like, Bellsprout or something like that. And I'm not into that. I'm not into that. But then you look at, like, Scorbunny, and it's like, oh, I struggle so hard. Because Scorbunny is, like, according to the leaks, the best one through growth, yet, not a big fan of fire, right? And then, like I said, Sobble. Oh, Sobble has my heart in this generation. Like, my heart wants to take Grookey, but Sobble, just of a design to the three of them, is sensational. I love everything they did with him, her, and I genuinely feel torn. For the first time ever in a Pokemon generation I've played, I feel genuinely torn on which of these three I should pick. I am leaning, I will say, towards Sobble, but, you know, like I said, grass represent. And maybe the leaks are right. Maybe Scorbunny is the best looking Pokemon out of the three starters as they grow up. And if that's the case, then maybe that's the one I want, because I don't want to main a dumb looking Pokemon. I'm looking at you, Seal Pokemon. Ugh. So anyway, yeah, I love that Game Informer is dropping these, like, interviews with the design team. I love that we're getting more and more insight into the design of this world. Though I don't know. If you guys watch those videos, I'll leave links to those videos below. I mean, or you can just read the captions here. But I genuinely feel like so much thought has went into these three starter Pokemon. We know nothing about what they turn into, and at the same time, if this really is based on, like, Britain, Grookey and Sobble don't necessarily fit the aesthetic of that kind of region. And so I'm curious, you know, based on those interviews where they're saying we can't talk about the influence or where these three Pokemon originate from, essentially, but that they, you know, are obviously on this island. I don't know. There's so much intriguing stuff about this Pokemon. Have you guys felt like there's more mystery? Not even in the development of this game. Yes, in the development of this game, but not even necessarily in that, but in the mythos of this Pokemon generation. I feel like there's more mystery here than there was in, say, like, Alola. You know, like, I feel like the previous regions have been pretty straightforward in that, you know, the lore is the lore, and you can kind of tell from the starter Pokemon what we're looking at for this generation. And I feel like, based on what's been spoiled outside of the starter 3, this is a really wild departure from some of the norms that have been established in other Pokemon. Yes, we're still getting grass and fire and water, but there's a lot of stylistic departures in the way that it seems like they theme and tie together a cohesive generation of Pokemon. And that, again, that to me is another piece of intriguing news, I guess. So what do you guys think? Which of the three starters are you going to be looking to pick? Which of the three starters should I pick with the information I just gave you about my personal tastes? And at the end of the day, are you as excited for Sword and Shield as I am? Because we are nearing a month. We really are. In a couple of days, it is going to be a month away from us playing this game on our Switch. And my level of hype is pretty much maxed out at this point. I cannot wait. Let it be November 15th already. Damn. Alright, well, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And of course, if you like the video, be sure to drop a like. The comments section, yes, give me suggestions. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback on this generation of Pokemon, what you're most excited for, least excited for, which of the three you're picking, which of the three I should be picking. And with that like, make sure you hit the subscribe button, have your notifications turned on so that when Pokemon releases in about a month, and even before that, videos we have covering Pokemon news and Pokemon gameplay, you will be the first to get it. Thank you guys so much. I've been Chris, this has been the Tiger's Den, and you guys have been great.